Indie games. You know, indie games have come a long way, from dedicated fan projects to critically acclaimed masterpieces. Now, this channel is no stranger to indies. I actually have a dedicated playlist showcasing and reviewing a lot of these games. But one of my first indie games that I ever reviewed on this channel was A Hat in Time, and to this day, it is still one of my favorite new 3D platformers ever. So let's take a look. A Hat in Time was developed by Gears for Breakfast, and to my knowledge, this is the only game they developed. Hat in Time is a 3D platformer that takes us back to games like Mario 64 and Mario Galaxy with creative level design, very tight platforming, and challenges spread throughout the level. The game also has a very cute and pleasing aesthetic that fits right in place with the 3D platformer genre. In this game, we follow our main character, Hat Kid, who is trying to find her way home via spaceship. All of a sudden, some mafia dude comes and breaks her spaceship window, causing all her timepieces to scatter to different planets, and it's up to us to find these pieces and stop any threat that gets in our way. Along the way, we meet a nice diverse set of characters and explore each of these worlds. Think of the timepieces as this game's power stars. These are what you need to progress through the game and reach new areas. The game controls like a dream. It was so fun to platform as Hat Kid through all these levels. Everything from jumping to the grapple hooks, it all works great, and I will say, outside of Mario, Hat in Time may be one of the best controlling 3D platformers that I played. Sometimes I had issues with the camera, but it's nothing game breaking. The levels themselves are really creative, and I enjoyed them all for the most part. Mafia Town is pretty much what it sounds like, a town ran by Mafia, and they are not nice, so be careful. Battle of the Birds was pretty much my standout level. They have these two movie producers fighting over who made the better film. This was fun to play through. Subcon Forest, which brings a lot of the horror element, and Alpine Skyline, which I didn't care for on my first review of this game, but this time around, I actually had a lot of fun with this one, and the scope of this level is fantastic. Each stage has their own challenges and themes, so let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. Now, one thing this game does extremely well was the boss fights. The boss fights were definitely the highlight for me in many cases, and a pretty nice spectacle to watch. Probably my standout boss fight was the Ghost in Subcon Forest and the final boss, which if you've not played this game, I don't want to spoil who it is, but just know it was an epic fight, no less. Now, Hat Kid, hence the name, has many hats she can wear throughout the adventure, which unlocks different abilities. Things such as a sprinting move, an ice move, and even a way to throw these chemical projectiles. You unlock these hats by finding yards spread out throughout the levels, so again, make sure you explore. Also, you can come across these time rifts in the game that will test your platforming skills, so be on the lookout. So, that's the base game, and since my original review, A Hat in Time got some DLC. The first one being called Sealed the Deal, which includes this level where you're doing tasks on a cruise ship and also has some challenge levels as well. Admittedly, I'm not a huge fan of the cruise ship level. It's fun to explore, but I didn't really care for it. But the second piece of DLC, called Nazuka Metro, this is some good stuff here. The neon lights, the city scope, the cat aesthetic. This is by far my favorite level in the entire game. It is a free roam stage where you have to find metro passes and timepieces to progress, but I had a blast with this. I did not want to put the game down once I got here. It was so fun to me. The fact that the metro trains are being pulled by cats, that in itself is so cool to me. Overall, A Hat in Time is easily one of the best platformers you can play, indie or not. This game is fantastic. Right now, this game can be found on all major platforms, and if you're playing this on the PC, you have the option for multiplayer, mods, and much more. So yeah, play it on Steam if you can. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.